Do you ever wonder what God is saying, like by the things that are going on in the world? It says in the Hebrew language that the word for God's words is the same word for God's deeds. So God's words and deeds are kind of the same thing. You know, I think it's pretty clear what God's saying when like Adolf Hitler is overthrown and the Third Reich is going up in flames all around him, that the wages of sin is death. Or like when Saddam Hussein, the evil dictator, is overthrown and his whole thing kind of crumbles. It seems like God is saying that he cannot be mocked. Or when Ceausescu, the evil dictator in Romania, you know, that was kind of suppressing the church and suppressing his people and making it so that like electricity was not even available while he was eating caviar. It's pretty clear that God is saying that justice will prevail. But what is God saying in like a tsunami that kills a bunch of innocent children? Or what is God saying in the earthquake that just happened in China where a bunch of people are just crunched and a bunch of kids die? You know, what's God saying when like a woman in my community who's a Christian, a follower of Jesus, is raped in her own home by some brutal rapist while her baby sleeps in the other room and she's afraid to scream out because she doesn't want to wake her baby and upset the kid while her husband's out of town? I mean, what's God up to then? You know, and really the question really comes down to this. Are we willing to trust God and what he's saying even when we don't get it? Are we willing to still rely on him? Are we willing to still have faith in a God who doesn't always say really clear things? We're willing to stick with him. It's a good question you should ask yourself. When life doesn't make sense, do you still trust God?